Hi everyone. So I've been getting a couple questions on one similar to this over the course of the last couple days, so I figured I'd shoot a quick video on it. So basically it gives you the formula for being able to analyze a skid mark like a police officer would. S meaning speed. So by filling in the other variables, you would be able to figure out a rough estimate of how fast the car was going. Et cetera, depending on what variable you're looking for. So in this case, the problem is if a car's speed is 90 miles per hour on a road surface with a drag factor of 0.5 and with a braking efficiency of 100%, what would be the length of the skid marks? Well, I just noticed an issue. That should be just 1, not 0.1. Sorry about that. So anytime I have a formula, I always like to write out the formula first and then go to fill it in. So because I have the formula up here too, I'm just going to alter this one down here. So 90 miles per hour, we know that is S, the speed. So where we see S, we're going to put in a 90. What other variables were we given? So drag factor is F up here. So the drag factor is 0.5, so we're going to take out F, 0.5, and a braking efficiency of 100%, which is the same as 1 in decimal form or whole number form, right? So N is going to be equal to 1. Okay, so now we have to solve for D, because we're looking for the length of the skid mark, which is D, right? So that all worked out. To do that, first we need to take care of what's underneath the square root first. So we have 30 times D times 0.5 times 1. So we can do 30 times 0.5 times 1, okay, first. So 30 times 0.5 is going to be 15. 15 times 1 is just 15. So what this is going to end up doing is you're just going to have 15 times D. That's basically what everything under the square root simplifies to. And we know that 15 times D is the same thing as just saying 15D. Right? So if we had just 90 equals 15D, we would be able to solve it. The only thing that's throwing us here is the square root. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the square root. And it still works the same way as everything else. So if you want to get rid of something, you have to do the opposite. So the opposite of square rooting is squaring. So we have to square both sides. So 90 squared, well, is 90 times 90. I'll pull this up so you can just see it. 90 times 90, you get 8,100. So 8,100 equals, now if we do the opposite of square root and square, that just means the square root's gone. So that's gone. We're just left with 15D. Now we have a basic one-step algebra problem to solve. So we have to get rid of the 15 so that the D can be alone, right? So divide both sides by 15 and we get, we'll pull this in again, 8,100 divided by 15 is 540. So D equals 540. Just a little bit. And what is the unit here? Well, D was the length of the skid marks in feet. So that means that that car would create skids that were 540 feet long. All right. I think that this problem would have been fine for most people, but the square root threw people off. So I hope that helped you learn how to take care of that. If you have a square root, take care of what's underneath it first. And then to get rid of the square root, you do the opposite, which is squaring. And you have to do that to both sides. All right, let me know if you need any further assistance on this problem.